this. But the dream is we're going to have a get together in Atlanta, and we're either going to have like Brooks and Dunn concert, or Blackberry Smoke, or somebody like that in concert. Wouldn't that be cool? So we go like to a concert on Friday night, and we trade on Thursday and Friday. Wouldn't it be cool? Or go to the Braves game on Saturday, something like that, for a couple of days. So maybe we put something together. I keep talking about it. We just need to do that. So anyway, welcome in. Hope all of you are doing well. I will say this: I am babysitting. Well, wait a minute. Daddies aren't supposed to babysit. I am in charge of the 3 little kids today, while Beth is taking Abby to get her hair fixed. So if I have to run down or yell or scream, know that I am here with the kids all by myself, which is never a good thing, because I'm really not qualified to keep children. And I know I'm the daddy, but I'm over my head. And some of y'all can relate to that. I'm a good daddy. I provide. I'm always at their stuff. I'm at every ball game, every cheerleader practice. I'm at everything. But that doesn't mean that I'm really good with them all by myself. So if I have to go or scream, y'all just bear with me a little bit. All right, welcome in, y'all. We got us a sell-off. How about that? Down 1.2%. AD is making new lows of late. We see that the AD is negative 233. And look at the volume. This is the thing that we've been talking about, is that volume, more people are participate. If you see smoke in the background, you just let me know. Or if you see, one of them punching each other or screaming, whatever, let me know. And and the little crowds, I made them corn dogs, right? Hey, I want a corn dog. I'm like, you'll eat a corn dog, you're eating a bowl of cereal, you little freak. So, and then one's like, I want a hamburger. I'm like, dude, I'm not heating up the hamburger patties we had last night yet. Okay. After I get out of my session, I'll heat you a hamburger patty up, because I hadn't even eat lunch today. I hadn't eat breakfast. And I've already done my little workout with my personal trainer today. So I'm already exhausted. Y'all don't get me sidetracked. What was I talking about? Oh, look, y'all, our volume's been around 4,000 or 5,000 for every 2 minutes. Look at this. We're up at 7,000 now. So this confirms what we've been saying. More people participate in the down moves, right? And here was our trigger. This is what showed it. Look, we had a doji yesterday. Everybody see that? On smaller volume, which really just kind of telegraphed that this green day, even though it's a green day, it's not really a green day. We had lower volume. Daddy is in a session. Turn y'all's little stuff down, and y'all be kind to one another. Okay. So that kind of should have been a telegraph for the down move today. So we're charting out there at the 50 daily moving average. We'll see how the volume does, but I would anticipate volume will overtake volume here on this little down move. Hey, y'all don't scream and cry and all that stuff while I'm in my set. Turn y'all's games down. It's really, really loud. All right, so let's look at a big green monster. Hey, Lily, you're way too loud, baby. You're taking after your mama. Spitting image of mama. She is Beth in 1981. All right, so look at this, y'all. We are oversold. So we came to the top of the oversold channel. Now look at this, y'all. We're going down to below at the oversold channel. So this chart is kind of bullish to me. We're oversold. I'm anticipating probably a bounce back to here. And if indeed we are oversold, we should go back up into here. Let's look at the channel though. So I'm thinking that we're going to go to the top of the channel at some point before we start our little drift on whack down. Who knows? I mean, it really doesn't matter. And Ed and I had a great conversation yesterday in his mentorship. A lot of people are waiting to do anything before, the Fed announcement and the GDP and the home sales and it's just news, We're in a recession. Okay. We are in a recession. Now, Papa Joe is trying to redefine what a recession is. Everybody's posting the stuff that they put on whitehouse.gov about, well, traditionally a recession is this, but really it's this. And I'm like, no, you just can't do that, man. You just can't do that. I appreciate y'all trying to rewrite history and to say that we're not going into recession, but dudes, we are going into a recession. What is a recession? A recession, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a big recession guy, but a recession is where we have 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP. Is that basically it? Am I right? I'm not a big recession, thing, but I think that's what it is. And so that's what we're about to have. So when the GDP is reported for the second quarter, we're going to see, 2 consecutive quarters of contraction. And we can officially say, even though Papa Joe will disagree, that we are in a recession. Okay. And everybody's jumping on Papa Joe too, because he's saying about the 33 cents in savings that we're getting in gas should save us all $50 a month. He's just not telling us that we're spending $200 extra a month in gas from when Papa Trump was in office and we were an energy independent nation. Now, y'all, I don't trust Republicans or Democrats. All I know is that I was doing a lot better when Papa Trump was in there than when Papa Joe was in there, as far as energy wise, right? As far as inflation wise. Well, Bobby, these things are cyclical. Yeah, but baby, and here's why I don't drive Teslas and all those electric cars, because they are so environmentally unfriendly, right? Because number one, you got these little slave workers over in Afghanistan that are strip mining the surface of the earth to get the lithium for all these batteries. Then you got to charge these things. And I know that there are those of us that want us to think that we're going to be just all this great environmentally friendly, conscious people if we have electric cars. And that is so untrue, because you've got to charge those with good old coal, good old dirty coal coming out of the ground that Georgia Power and Southern Company uses to make electricity. So they're not environmentally friendly cars, y'all. And then what are you going to do with all these humongous batteries? Once they're dead and gone, they go into landfills. So, give me a good old combustion engine that runs with oil and gas and is much more environmentally friendly than these electric vehicles. So, that's the world we live in. And a lot of people's like, well, we shouldn't be using that stuff. Well, yes, we should, because the Lord gave it to us. He gave us gas, he gave us oil, it's on this planet. And amazingly enough, we have enough in the United States that for the rest of our lifetimes, we don't need anybody in Iraq or Iran or Russia or Saudi Arabia to provide one single ounce of energy for our country. But we have to politicize everything. So, we got to get on the new Green Deal. We have to get on this and that, and stop politicizing the American consumer and the American people. Let's just burn some gas, let's burn some oil, and let's be more environmentally friendly. Because I don't want to throw plastic in the oceans. I do not want turtles wrapped up in plastic. I don't want all of that. But when you are going to a restaurant at Ted's Bison Grill or whatever Ted Turner's Grill is, and they're serving you the nasty what is it, a paper straw, but they've got a paper straw that is wrapped in a plastic wrapper, you got to think, we've got to use a little common sense here. And that's just not very common. Common sense is not very common. So I don't trust Republicans. I don't trust Democrats. They're all a bunch of scoundrels. They're all for themselves. But I do want us to use the energy sources that we have available in this country. I want more nuclear energy. Do I want more wind energy? Not necessarily, because on the way back from Chicago, I drove through some of those wind farms. And when those things tear up, have you ever noticed what they do with them? They go into landfills, right? These big old wind turbines, they go to landfills. So they're not environmentally friendly. Plus, they're killing all of our bats. If you ain't got bats, you got tons of mosquitoes. So I don't know. I'm a mix of both. Give me some good old solar energy on top of my house, but that's fine. Anyway,
Hey, Bobby,
yes.
I have a hybrid. What do you think about that?
Oh, I like a hybrid. Now I was doing hybrid. Now I actually did a comparison, right? So I don't want to brag about the vehicles that I own, but I just bought a 2020 Toyota Sienna minivan. And I know a lot of y'all are like, oh God, Bobby, don't name, you're throwing out there that you're driving a Toyota minivan. I know, yeah, hey, it's good being me. I mean, I drive the fancy cars, right? But I actually looked at a hybrid and the difference in price for a hybrid, even at $4.50 in gas, it would have taken me 8.5 years to recoup the difference in price from going the hybrid. So I would have gone a hybrid because, but yeah, 8.5 years. I don't know, man. Will I need a minivan in 8.5 years? Let's see, my youngest kid is 6, 8 plus 6 is what, 14? Yeah, I probably still need a minivan. So anyway, y'all got me on a tangent. I blame this all on Ed. Ed, why don't you get me on a tangent? All right, so the market is down. The market is down. We've looked at Big Green Monsters. Let's go back to Big Green Monster. So I anticipate that we'll go here. Now, we easily could go here. If we go here, then this is bearish, right? This will become bearish. This is kind of bullish here because we think we'll go back up. If we go into this area, this is kind of bearish because this is overbought to the fair value zone below. So if y'all do not, hold on a second. Let me yell at them 1 second. Y'all, unbelievable. God is my witness. This is so disrespectful to your father. Either get out, go in the living room, or be quiet.
Hey, Bobby, quick question on the Big Green Monster. So once you cross below the 0 line, then we're back into a different overbought, oversold regime or level. Is that correct?
Right. So right now
we broke out above the 0 and went to the -20. And now we're approaching 0 again. So I'm just wondering if we drop below 0, then we go into that 0 to +20 range, right?
Yeah. So I would anticipate this level to be a little bit of support, right? This 39.13 level to be a little bit of support. But again, we don't know anything. So if we break through this, then all of a sudden that becomes a little bit bearish as we now are overbought for the fair value zone below. Exactly right. Now, here's the thing. We've only got a couple more days on this chart, right? So we will redraw this on Monday on August the 1st. And if any of you got anything about this, this is Blake Young's creation. I didn't create this voodoo, but I can't tell you how many times this is, I mean, it nails it, y'all, so many times. And I think Rick is in here. Rick and Matt, y'all can attest to this thing. It's amazing how many times you'll look at this Big Green Monster and it just telegraphs the moves, and you'll see. Now maybe we're just seeing it, maybe you're just going, well, that just happened there. Well, I don't know, man. It's just amazing. It really is. All right, so what are we doing today? Well, let's see. Let's go in and why don't we get our spreadsheets in? Spreadsheet. All right, so
while you're doing that, Bobby, let me just tell everyone that you mentioned me in our lesson yesterday, and I'll go ahead and confess I've been one of those people that have been overly sitting on my hands, not building out the campaign quickly enough because I was looking at fundamentals and the overbought situation technically. And again, the fundamentals, the FOMC report tomorrow and GDP on Thursday, and we got like about 40% of the S&P reporting earnings this week, if not 50 or more, something. So I'm like, but I'm under positioned according to the Greeks. My buying power is very available. And I've been putting on a position every 2 or 3 days for the last week and a half, and I should have been a little more aggressive with that. So I just want to tell everyone that was part of my lesson yesterday. I got a little sweet Bobby reprimand and a little thing, some information to think about. So Bobby, I'll let you know. I already did my trade this morning.
Oh, good. Good. Ed. That's good. And here's what I like about our little program, regardless. I mean, look at this, y'all. I mean, you get a 1.2% move down and you think, man, we're going to be down a lot today. Well, we're down $169. So you go to the other account and you go, let's say, how far down are we down here? Well, we're down $95. I just love that, right? So Because if you were on $100,000 account and you're down 1%, what's 1% of 100,000? $1,000, right? And we're down 169. That's what I really like about our little program, right? It seems to me safer than just being in the SP 500, which is what I would be in if we were not doing what we're currently doing. That's exactly what I would be doing. All right, so let's do our little Greekies.
And Bobby, can I just pop in for another little comment? I'm sorry.
Sure.
So we had some chat going on earlier about whether you post your trades or not. And, you know, my reply is we're not a trading service. We're more of an education service. And, you know, that chart you had up just in, you know, the spreadsheet page, if someone wants to take a snapshot of that while they're reviewing the video, I mean, that's a great way to find out what you've been doing and when.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, I could post my trades more, but I agree with what Ed said. I don't want people just blindly, you know, following my trades and go, I'll just put that on because Bobby put it on. I never understood the allure of a trading service, right? Because people would say, oh, look, y'all, our beta is fine. Look at this, 27.71. Make sure I got that right. I always wanted to learn how to do things myself. And I think y'all are the same way, right? You know, if I or whoever is providing your service gets hit by an ice cream truck, then, you know, what are you going to do? You're kind of stuck, right? So if I get, you know, killed by one of these 200, 300-year-old oak trees that are around my house and it falls on me, then, you know, how do you do the trade? So I want y'all to know how to do the trade. That's much more important than following anything that I do. And it's good to disagree with me as well, right? We can disagree and have, you know, good lively discussion as well. Look at this, y'all. This is really great. Am I in the right account? Make sure I'm in the right account. Yeah. So we're looking good here, y'all. This is really nice account. So finally, we're over 0.1% in theta. So that lights up a nice, beautiful little green, right? And our buying power use is 26%. We have a, what's the previous here? Buying power usage. Yeah, so we're between 20, 30, we could be at 35%. So we're good. We're good. Really, really nice. What is this thing? All right. 722. Make sure I'm on the right thing here. So our deltas are fine too, right? We've got 20 deltas. We can have as many deltas as 39. So let's see what VIX is doing today. We would anticipate with a market move down that VIX is going to be up. So VIX indeed is up. So this is a great day to put on a 111 trade. Just a stellar day to put on. And so Ed, you've already put one on, which is beautiful. So let's go ahead and do it. So here we go. Go into the micros and go close to 60 days without going over. That's where I like it. I'm gonna do a long put vertical, 50 wide. So 50 wide, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Fucking on that a little bit in my head. 50 wide there. So this is going for 1850. We want to move it down to where I can do that for $10. $10. They still hadn't fixed it. Oh man, they were just kissing my tail too. They were like, "Oh man, thank you for telling us. We're gonna make that change." And not a stinking squat right. So let's go down. Put this in somewhere. That's 1075. Let's see if we can go down a little bit more. That's 1025. Let's go down a little bit more. $1 that gets stuck. There we go. So look at this, y'all. We're fitting it in there. 3650, 3700 for $10. We'll probably have to go to 1025, get it filled. That will fill. I said that will fill. See how this thing always likes to embarrass me in front of y'all when I say things like out of certainty that things will happen and they never happen. So we'll play 1050 to get filled on that. Then we'll go down. Since we're down really nicely today, why don't we do a 111? Because it's already moved farther down. So these option prices are elevated. So I'm gonna sell the 3410, the 12% probability of being in the money, taking a little more credit. Let's see if we can get it filled. 2175. There we go. There we go. So let's put that in the Crimson account. So here's what I should do, right? And I should do this as we go. I should say, here's my trade for today. Get like that. And copy. And let me put it in right here. Trade inputs. Here's my 111 for the day. Here's my 111 trade. See. Got it. All right, move this to the side. Let's go put this on over here. Trade. And macro. 52 days. And we sold the 3410. I like doing it as one trade if we can, and over here we can. We cannot do it over there yet. So we'll sell the 3410 and the 3700, 3650. Hey guys. It's like I'm not even here. 3700, 3650. There we go. Nice $11 credit. See if we can get it. Beautiful. $11 credit. Look at us. So let's put that in. Then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do in the other account. So this is our little micro account. So go to our micros. Did it as one trade. So we did the micros. And one tranche. So this is going to be the 111, what, 12, 111, 12, 111, 12. And 3700, 3650, 3410, which this is a 111 at 52 days. $6.22, and we put her in for $11. Now we're 50.59 in credit. So that's a 11112. Let's go label it. Put our groups in. Show groups. 11112. Wait a minute, I already got 11112. Look at that. Okay, they're 11112. This would be 111. Oh, there's 11, 12. I went out of turn. So this is 11113. Now we'll put him in a group. Everybody needs to be in a group. That's why y'all are in the trader nerds. We all need little groups. We are social creatures. We all like being groups. So we'll go 11113. Now, let's see if there's somebody that we can take care of. So 73%, 77%. This one we closed yesterday. 77, 72, 78. 78 seems to be our highest, right? 78, 72, 78. Wow, this is 81. Well, hello.
Hello, ladies.
So 79, 73, 70. This one right here, I think. Let's see how many days we got left on that one. And remember, I'm always looking at my days to expiration. So all things equal, I would rather close one that is in the, shortest expiration. So if I had a 21 days here and a 36, I'd rather close 21 days. But our spreadsheet is really nice because our spreadsheet keeps up with this, right? Days left in trade. 36 is my youngest one, right? Or my oldest one. So I can close that one. So let's close that one. Take it. Remember, we said that an optimal time to close them is about 65% profit. This one's 81%. So let's take this one off. Take risk off. And here's the great thing, that even on a down day of 1.2%, this thing is down $3. Do y'all see how resilient a trade this is? I mean, you ought to be saying, oh man, I bet your naked puts are getting smoked on a 1% down move in the market. No, we're actually down $5 on the day. So that's a beautiful trade, John. So let's,
Hey, Bobby.
yeah,
So just some discussion here, and I'm not criticizing or suggesting you do otherwise. You know, when you look at these things, I agree when they're above 65%, they're ripe for pruning, so to speak.
yeah.
And then I like what you're doing with looking at as it gets close to 21 DTE, maybe roll out because that's when gamma starts increasing. But I was also wondering if you should, and go ahead and blow this one out, but I'm also wondering if you should look where the put debit spread strikes are. Now, this one is 300 points below. So that's like almost a 9% down move, 8%, something like that. So not super likely to happen. But I was wondering if you ever look at like if you had two that you were looking at and one was near the profit tent, would you be inclined to leave that one on to see if we come into the profit tent for action? How do you factor the profit tent in, if at all? Or is it more looked at like that's your little tiny shock absorber on this little tiny trade, which adds up to a lot of shock absorber for the whole portfolio? So it
And
doesn't really.
it kind of goes into what we were talking about yesterday. I mean, I could sit here all day and think of all of these different scenarios that would happen, right? And all of these different things. But for simplicity's sake, especially since I've got these little knuckleheads, over here on the side that I got to take care of for a while, and one of them still wanting a hamburger, and Lord knows what all I got to do, and then I got to watch The Young and the Restless, and then I'm way behind on 90 Day Fiance. I'm so far behind. So yeah, I could do all of that analysis. Thing is, I really don't have time. So, I'm just kind of like, hey, I put it on as a trade, I take it off as a trade, just easy like that. But I could certainly go in and say, hey, here we got this. I could look at it like this. I could say, this put, the naked put is 60% profitable. Well, when this thing becomes 50% profitable, I could leave on this put debit spread for a free paid for hedge. So you can go in and do that analysis for your trades. But my thing is, the Greeks tell me everything that I need to know. The Greeks and my buying power tell me everything that I need to know. I don't.
So each little position, because you got me thinking after yesterday's lesson, which was don't overthink, don't overanalyze, because in my case, it leads to some paralysis from the overanalysis. So that's what I was kind of saying, do you look at this as part of the whole portfolio, the put debit spread remaining, or do you look at this as one of your trees among many? So just go ahead and cut that whole tree down and you got plenty more trees working for you.
That's the way I'm seeing it.
Okay.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I would rather you, Ed, if you're going to have those internal discussions with yourself, I would rather you say at the beginning of the trade, this is a hedge trade. So create you a column in your spreadsheet that you can, or do a color coding, right? Make it blue or purple or whatever, so that somewhere, or even in the group name, right? This is 117th hedge, so that that your purpose here is to use this as a hedge. You want to get 50% profit on the naked component so that you have a free hedge in place, and then you just let that hedge expire.
Okay.
I would rather see you set it up, because it's going to make your decision much more quick on the beginning on trade entry, rather than making that determination here at the end.
Okay.
So, hey, I need a little hedge in here. Okay, well, if you do it at trade entry, so that you would have known as soon as this gets to 50%, you take it off in free hedge. I don't want you spending too much time on that analysis, because again, you said talked about the paralysis of analysis, right? You'll freeze up and you'll not make decisions. We're after quick decisions. We as a group should be able to complete our trades during your lunch hour at work. And if it's taking you longer than that, you're spending way too much time on it. I hadn't even looked at the market today before I opened it up here. Here I am with my personal trainer. I'm babysitting. I'm doing all this stuff. If y'all got more than an hour put into it, do it. I just don't. All right, so here, let's go. So we're closing this, and I gotta get the, wait a minute, what am I doing? Then I gotta get the 3340. So let's go get him. Okay, so here it is, 275 debit. So we're gonna see if we can get closed for 275 debit. There we go, 275. Got me out. All right, now it makes me wish I'd done a 250. That's fine. Don't worry about pennies. All right, so here we go. So we got out of the 1117 for 275. So let's put him 117 for 275 debit. 2.75 debit cost me 1811, 1816. We got out on 7, 6, 22. Yeah, because you could easily, over evaluate. I mean, let's get out of the trade. Take your profits. Let's get out. Unless you set him up as a hedge to begin with. So look at us, y'all. 37.43. Daddy, we are going to a little place called. Now, some of y'all don't have crystals in your neighborhood. I saw a lot of White Castles as I was heading up to Chicago. It's a similar thing, right? Get you a Criddle Burger. That's where all the stoners go. Taco Bell or Crystal on a Friday night. So we made 37.43. Let's go put that in our pipe and smoke it, so to speak. Profit calendar 37.43. Come in, little profit calendar. 37.40. Look at us, y'all. We hadn't closed nothing in 3 weeks. So this is good. 37.43. What the crap are y'all playing in that crazy little voice y'all talking at? That is driving me nuts. Let's see how we've done this week. So we'll go format painter. Think this the same. And we'll go equals the sum of all this stuff that we're doing this week. Great week of activity. Look at us, y'all. $79.86. Oh, Charlie's here we come. Just say, all right, so we put on a trade, we've taken off a trade, right? So we made that green. So let's save this. Now let's go to our other one and let's put on a trade over there. Now, remember, my usual tranche size in the IRA is 2. I've been doing 1 tranches on these moves up. So today I will either do 2 or 3 tranches, and it will depend on what our Greeks are in the thing here. So let's go see what our Greeks are. See how we're doing. Always look at the forest first, tree second. Forest first, tree second. So let's go and look at the forest. And the forest, take our group salt, see how we're doing. We're 36.66 deltas. 6.66. We know we're under allocated on our theta. Have been anyway, 50.34. Let's see if that's bumped up some. Oh yeah, bumped up nicely, 50.34. So we're at 0.05. We want to be at 0.1 or higher. Let's see how we're doing on buying power. Buying power should have gone up today. 15.073. All right, so we're only using 15% of our buying power. In the other account, we're using 26%. So here's what I'm going to do today, y'all. Normal tranche size is 2. It's a great down day with a day of increased volatility. So what we're going to do in this account today is we're going to put on 3 tranches. And I hope everybody sees why. So we'll go over here to our field orders. Create a duplicate order. And you're going to make these 3. See what this is going for now. 11 still. Let's see if we can get 11.25. Let's be a little green. I'm going to change this account to that account. Let's see if we can get 3 of these. Come on, give me 11 and a quarter. Jack squad. All right. Well, let me go back to it. Yeah, good question, Ash. Hey, Bobby, just wonder why you didn't put the 112 today as the market is significantly down. Right. So the market is down today, So the 1 instead of a 2, I can get farther away from the money, right? With the 1 on a big down day. So, I think it's safe enough to do that. Now, if you want to be a little more cautious, you can do a 1-1-2. But I kind of like the 1-1-1 on down days. Oh man, we're not gonna get filled for this. Come on, man. Don't make me do 1075. Unbelievable. I should have put this on a while ago, shouldn't I? There we go, 1075. So let's go put it in our pipe and smoke it. So micros, 3 tranches. And it's one of those things, dealer's choice, right? Whatever you want to do. 1-1-1, 1-1-2, they're both great trades. It's just that on a big down day, I figure a 1 is far enough away to be safe. 1, 1, and this is a 1-1-1, what? 1-1-1, 16? 1-1-1, 16. Strikes on. 14 puts. Get a 1-1-1. And we'll look at our stats here in a minute too. So 52 days, 26, 22. You know what I need to do here? Hey, this would be a great idea. Instead of us typing in the date, wouldn't it be neat to have a little calendar there where you could just move the calendar left and right and choose your date? That'd be kind of cool.
If you want another spreadsheet project, my friend.
See, I don't need one, do I? I really don't. So we took in a credit of $148.
You might be overcomplicating things, Bobby.
Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. So let's
Hey,
put it
look,
in.
while you're doing this 1-1-1, 1-1-2 debate on up versus down day, I think it is a trader choice. And,
Yeah.
you and I have discussed here and we've discussed privately. I kind of like doing the 1-1-2 on a down day because the premiums are inflated. So I'm capturing more premium. Although I'm not really, and I hate to say this on the air, but I'm not a purist when it comes to the 1-1-2 because I don't take in $10 of credit.
See, Ed is greedy. He's a greedy SOB. So he's
I try to get 14 to 20, 22 points on it. Particularly in the micro. I'm not quite that aggressive when I'm doing the trades in the ES. Which again is a subjective call because I should technically probably be treating MES the same as ES, because that's what I'm doing. But my theta has been low, so I'm trying to do a little acceleration of my capturing of theta. So I feel that on up days, the naked put is more of an offset to the put debit spread cost. And then on down days, you're paying a little more for the put debit spread, but not that much more. And you're getting a boatload of more theta on the 2 naked puts. So I do see where there could be a little confusion out there. And I think that goes back to, are you a trading service? Should people do your trades? I think there's going to be some variation depending on people's account sizes, how many positions they already have on. Are they light? Are they heavy? Where is their buying power percentage in relation to where it should be? So I think those things could factor in and make someone do a 1-1-1 if they're low on buying power, but they still want to do another position. The other thing is when you're doing 3 tranches of a 1-1-1 versus, or 2 tranches of a 1-1-1 versus a 1-1-2, you're getting that extra put debit spread, which is more shock absorber for your overall portfolio. So I don't know. It seems like there are things on both sides of the column that could make someone go one way or the other on the 1-1-1, 1-1-2 up versus down.
It's kind of like Dr. Jim says, for every gimme, there's a gotcha, right?
Yeah.
For every gimme, there's a gotcha.
So the gimme of the 1-1-2, the way I'm doing it is a little more theta coming in. The gotcha is I have less put debit spread protection.
Yeah, and you've got an extra, a little bit extra risk with that extra naked put, right?
Right.
So we got out of our 11112 at a 325 debit. 11112. 325 debit. So 4132 to get out. We got out on 726.22. We made $92.36. Ed, that'll buy Applebee's for me where I'm at. How about in Louisiana?
It would if I had one nearby.
Mine's about 12 miles from me. So,
I used to have one about 10 miles away, but now it's like 40.
oh gosh. And you gotta
Yeah.
put in gas price on yours, 92.36.
And Hurricane Ida last year bumped some restaurants away.
Oh no.
It closed COVID closed my Longhorn, buddy. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I like it when they have that corn with the oh, you know, the little cheese on it or whatever. Oh, and the little spices. What is that called that they have it on? Oh, that's good. 92.36. I will say this, y'all. Tom Soshnoff asked me where I was staying, what hotel I was in, and I was a little embarrassed to tell him that I was staying in the La Quinta Inn. So I said, "Oh, I'm several miles out. You wouldn't even know the place." I was embarrassed telling him I was in the La Quinta. I don't know why though. The La Quinta, it was nice. It was fine. All right, so we made $174 in this account this week. Make that all green. Yeah. Yeah. All right, questions at all?
Yeah, I have another question for you if I'm not being too chatty today.
No, that's fine. This is
So
great. I
no,
think that's good.
In the last few days, over the weekend, late last week, there's been a lot of discussion of calendarizing these trades, putting the put debit spread
Closer.
closer than the naked put, anywhere from a few days to a week or two out. And, you know, I'm just dropping this in your lap spontaneously, so I apologize. And I'm guessing your answer is going to be keep it simple, stupid, and just keep doing it like this because, you know, you might be with the split entries, you know, some people are legging in to the put debit spread than the naked put. You know, all these things are little nuances that make the brain function more than it might necessarily have to. But I wanted to know in general, for those that are interested in doing a split maturity with the PDS closer, which the logic there is to allow it to mature faster. As the PDS matures the final stages, days, week, maybe 10 days of its life, that's when it really gets sturdy and protective. Although it does throughout the life cycle of its existence. I'm wondering, do you have any kind of general thoughts on the benefit of doing a split put debit spread naked put versus the ease of just putting it on? Any thoughts there at all?
Yeah, so if I was going to do it calendarized, and we understand why, right? So if you got your naked component out farther, you can collect a greater credit. You can get farther out, right? So there are advantages of the naked one being, you know, farther out in time, and with the put debit spread closer in time, it's a little more powerful, a little more, I guess, potent. So I see the allure to doing that. If I were going to do that, and when we get the new spreadsheet up, what I would do is I would go over here to where you did naked put and spreads. And so I would say, we're going to do the naked put, right? Naked put here. And then I would do the debit spread separate, right? So that you can keep up with them separate. But then what I may do is something like this, which would be kind of cool, right? So you could just kind of make that one, orange, for example. So you know that those two kind of went together.
Okay.
Right? But that'd be a cool way of doing that. So you could then go, well, this is the naked put. Here's the debit spread. And that way you can keep up with their DTEs separately. But at the same time, you'll know, hey, it's a trade together. And then you can simply put that in one group so you can see the overall profit and loss on the overall trade, you know, in our regular trade. But yeah, I got no problem doing that. And that's why we love this trade. This trade is so versatile. You know, there is so many things you can do with it. And like we said, on a, you know, look at this account over here. I mean, the market's down over 1% and we're up $2.88 on the day. Isn't that great? Now, where else can you do that? Any other questions, comments? Just keep doing the plan, y'all. Plan's pretty simple. Let's just don't overcomplicate the plan. Any comments, any questions? Everybody doing good? All right. I will see y'all tomorrow.